Okay, everybody, we are here for another week, and I'm gonna have to do a sound check because I'm not getting any sound bouncing back at me, so it makes me feel just a little bit nervous. So hold on one second. Okay, I don't hear myself. It's frightening. Okay, I don't hear myself. It's frightening. Okay, now I can hear myself. I feel good now. So I'm sure people are starting to really wind down throughout the year. I can tell just by looking at views on videos and some other things. Everyone's getting into the Christmas spirit. So I'm hoping to keep this a little bit short. And today we'll just go back to the standard, going through the uh, market, seeing what's going on, answering any questions that anybody has. And just as important, I wanted to cover something that's a little bit out there. So nobody has to really waste any time today. So what happened was, let's take a little sip. So if you see this really, really nice stein here, or mug, or whatever you want to call it. So I had a contest to put out, basically, I do 4 of these custom. So yes, this has a little Star Trek emblem. It's going to be whatever you want. It could be your family's name. I've got the equipment to do it. So if any of you don't know, I'm just a big nerd, and all I do is crap like this. So I will be able to create this mug whatever way they want. So the way the contest was supposed to go, uh, people were supposed to call or text between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. yesterday. I'll be honest, the majority of people did not follow the rules. So I feel that it's a little unfair. I don't know what to do on this one because a lot of people did leave their information, but they just didn't follow the exact rules because there was a specific number they had to call or text, and most just responded back or something like that. So it is what it is. I don't know if it's actually fair to the people who did not or who did follow the rules exactly, but just have to make a command decision. And the folks, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. These are the folks who entered, we will say. I'm not going to separate those who were outside of it. So we're going to go ahead and spin this wheel. It's from the wheelsofnames.com. I put in all of the names. Let's see who wins 4 of these. And the winner is coming Peggy Rain. So Peggy, when you see this in the future, you were the winner. Congratulations. I will get in contact with you and we'll go over what you want on these mugs and get them delivered to you. I also promised anyone else who entered, I would give them something special. So here's what I'm giving you. I actually member of, I don't know what you would call it, a club, a collective, whatever, but we can give away vacations. And these are not timeshares, not timeshares. Uh, it's it doesn't include food. It doesn't include, transportation, but it includes the hotel. Only thing you're required to do is to pay the resort fee and room tax. The room itself is gratis, free, none cost to you. So all of those people, I'm going to get in touch with you, figure out where you want to go, and I'm going to get you the certificate so you can actually do it. This is not some kind of scam. Just make sure you get in on it if you want to go someplace. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the most important stuff, which is the market. So let's go ahead and see. Right now, last 7 days, 628 new listings, which is very low. That's the lowest we've seen in quite a bit. But remember, we are in the holidays. People are starting to pull back. 172 came back on the market. 1,091 had price decreases, which isn't twice as much as new listings, but remember, it had gotten up to 2.5 times the number of new listings. Uh, Surprisingly, there were price increases. 248 and 397 respectively went under contract, and 574 have sold. We're not going to, and this is where it gets real interesting. Even though it kind of passes over a period where you'd expect a lot of expireds, 391 expireds, which is actually returning fairly close to normal, which should frighten some folks because those homes are not selling. We're actually having, from what I understand, a record number of people who are just plain taking their houses off the market because they can't get what they want. And, let's talk about that for a second. These last 2 years were an anomaly. Just because somebody else got what they wanted plus 50,000, they had 30 offers. That was a different market. We have gone into not even a normal market. We hit one side and swung to the other. I have a new listing. If you look at my little thing I've been doing to try to list this house, I've been talking about all the stuff I've done to the house. I've gone in, I've at my own dime had an inspection done, fixed everything in the inspection, swapped out the old and busted washer and dryers for nice, fairly new ones, painted every place that needed to be painted. The house is spec. And there are 3 other models of that house in that subdivision. Priced it below every other model. I've only had 6 showings in 1 week. I can remember a house like that a few months ago would have 6 showings in the first hour. And the people are just coming up with new stuff. It's like, well, the floor plan's not open enough for me, or the yard's too small. I'm hoping for something bigger. And the one that blows me away, things like, I was really looking for a pool. It didn't have a pool before you came out. Whatever. Okay. The market is not great. Matter of fact, we did have an offer the first day. It's like guys just shooting spitballs. He literally offered like $75,000 under the list price. The list price that was already way low to drive competition. And I find it interesting that his agent was like, well, my client is studying the market and he's trying to price for what he believes the house will be worth in 1 year. Good luck with that. He's going to, nobody's going to give you the price that house is going to be worth in a year. I mean, if it was the exact opposite and we were back 6 months, maybe what now, 7, 8 months ago, if the price of the house would be 100,000 more next year, was he going to pay it? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, so let's get on back here. Sure you're tired of looking at me. So let's see what the market is doing. Keep this short. As always, let's go ahead and figure out what is still available on the market. So let's break it down. I know I like to do this places where people are actually going to be: Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. And let's see what we got. Let's take a look at the total market first. Right now we have 8,885 homes available. That is total for everything, except for high-rise condos. That doesn't include those. Whoops. Let's break this down by single-family homes. Okay, so we have 7148 available, and if you've been looking, this is actually going down. So we have about 900 fewer homes on the market than we had about a month ago. So if we were to come here and just look to see, in the last month we had 7906, which was actually down also. So fewer homes are being put on the market because sellers aren't going to get what they wanted. And I've always said, you know, just get what you want, you get what the market is. Even when the market was the way it was, that's the way it was. So let's go ahead and look at condos and townhomes together just to take a look. And I now feel guilty. I should have looked at the prices, but hey, can be a dream number right now. Okay, so together 1635 last month, 1775, so fewer of those. So a lot of that has to do with the numbers that are coming on the market. Now let's get into the nitty gritty of the real numbers of, let's see here. Let's see what actually sold last month. Okay, let's start off with single family. And the median close price was 434, 519. Whoops. Compared to 440. Whoa. Okay. Oh no, it's down. Originally, I misread and I thought it went up. So actually, it's down about $5,500. So the prices continue to go down. So we are now close to $50,000 less than the top of the market. And let's see. Just looking here, the average close price was 335, and I keep just ticking on that. Let me get this out of here so I don't do that anymore. I need to save Peggy's name so I can immediately contact her. Okay, so the average 547. So that is down quite a bit too, about $8,000. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at condos and townhomes. I hope the picture's a little bit better this week. What I ended up doing is upgrading my account for StreamYard for other reasons because they had just added some new features to the one that was above the level that I have. And now I can have full 1080p. So median 260 last month. It was, ouch, 266. So we're down 6,000 for the condos and townhomes. Stop that. 274 was the average. 276. So it's not down as bad. And let's just do a further breakdown. Okay, so let's just look at condos by themselves. If I can blow this up, make it look better. Okay, condos. Median 230, average 240. And for the townhomes, 187 sold, and our numbers are 315 and 322 respectively. Now this is one I'm looking at here. The median and average is still creeping up a little bit. Let's go back and look at it for condos. Oh my, that average is out there. Interesting. Highest days on market was 195. I figured it would be even higher than that. And let's see, criteria. We're gonna go back and look at single family. Sorry. Huh. Interesting. I have to look at that one in a second. I actually sold a house on Petswood Drive. Let's see. 44. Oh yeah, it's going way up. The max house was on the market. Well, actually, that's the max price. So I don't know how long the longest one was on the market, but I got to go look at Petswood. Let's see here. Hmm. When I sold on Petswood, I actually had a pool. It's a similar design. Okay. Well, cool. That's what the market looks like so far this week. Uh, Prices are still down. Now, I understand that interest rates have come down a little bit. Unfortunately, none of my lending partners sent me any data this week. Maybe, like I said, they're in the holiday spirit. I'm just going to at least go to like something really cool here, like bankrate.com, and see what they say the current rate is. Really wish I had some local rates here. So, wow. Okay. Yeah, these rates are that they're showing here are significantly lower, but they're all from one bank, which doesn't make me feel very good because for all I know, they paid them to be there. It seems like something like bankrate.com would have more stuff. Hope whoever gets that one enjoys it. Let's try to find some. Let's see what it says. Just gonna go and let's go to Nerd Wallet. Let's see what they say. And while that's oops, there it is. Oh, I hate that because you can't see the rate until you click here, and it's going to be a micro commitment. Pulling that up for you. Let me show you this crap going on here. So if anyone ever see, it's micro commitments. They're not going to give you any kind of data. I hate this stuff. Combine a new home. Yeah. At the end, watch. They're going to ask for my information. None of this stuff is relevant to giving me a rate. Look at all this stuff. Okay, the reason they're asking this one here is so they can basically sell you to a real estate agent. The way it works is they go, "Oh, you don't have a real estate agent. We have a great agent for you." So what they're going to do then is charge the agent 35% to be hooked up with you. So let's see here. We do that. I hate micro commitments. See, they feel that you get like too deep into it, so that you're going to just give up and give your name because you put in too much. Yeah. Look at this. All this info. None of this required. None of this is required. I'm going to share my face here, man. Just none of this BS is required. But they're doing it. See, there it is. I bet you I can't even put a fake name in here. Look at all this. Now it's going to ask for my phone number. So let's see. We're in Las Vegas. Use that 725 666 1234. No, I don't want any text messages. I hope nobody has that number. James at ymail.com. Hopefully nobody actually has that. Oh, why do they need my mailing address? Gee whiz. Okay. See, this is why people don't like trust any of this stuff anymore. All I asked for was what's today's interest rate. They just came up with something. So let me come up with an address here. So let's see here. Okay, this should be close enough, but not real. Whatever. See my results. They got my phone number. They got my email. They got my name. A loan expert is going to be calling me. Didn't I just ask for the day's interest rates? Why does a loan expert have to call me if they ask 5 minutes of dang questions? This is why nobody trusts this entire industry. Thank you. You just showed it. Okay, let's try one of these others. I want to choose somebody I don't work with. So, never heard of them. Let's see here. They're doing the same BS. Well, we have to do this and we have to. It's like, you get those solar people and they go, all of the decision makers need to be home. Oh, is this about taking out a loan for solar? No, it's not. All your decision makers have to be home. Why? Because they're trying to get you to take out a lease or a loan or something. That's why nobody trusts anything anymore. Let's see if I can find another one. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. That ain't good. That's not about what I was told not too long ago, saying like, oh, the interest rates are way down. Huh, interesting. I've noticed that before. So look at this. You put 20% down, you got to pay 6.799. You put 5% down, you pay a lower interest rate. That makes no sense. What am I doing? You're not even saying this stuff. Okay, so like, look at this. 20% down, got to pay a higher interest rate than if you put 5% down, because they're going to be making less money. They want to make sure they get their money. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's hard to find out what the current interest rate is because everyone puts a barrier in front of you to make you pay. I mean, hold on, let me see. Today's interest rate. Let's see here. Will they give it to me? Will they? Oh, okay. I've got a little bit of respect here. And that's kind of lands to what somebody's told me this week, but didn't send me the information. About 6.5% and under 6% for VA. Okay, I can mess with that. It's not great, but if you get somebody to do a 3-2-1 buy down, 30%, so that's 3.5% the first year. It's going to save you a metric ton of money. Metric ton. Let's see here. Yeah. So let's see what's in it for everybody. Buyers. You've got free reign. Sellers are panicking right now. A good reason. There's even with almost 1,000 fewer houses on the market, there's still so much choice out there. I hate to say it because I represent both sides, and the side that I represent with how for selling their house. I think I had the lender was on a couple of weeks ago. You saw that one where we talked about some stuff. It was a female, Andrea, and she was talking about just about everything that's coming across her desk has help from the seller. This is just a fact of where we are right now, especially with these buy downs. And only the seller can finance a buy down. Uh, for the seller, do not make mistakes. What I mean by do not make mistakes, remember I was talking about that house where I had the pre-inspection, had everything fixed, even painted and did stuff that wasn't necessary, swapped out the washer and dryer, the whole nine. Remember, it's been on the market for dang near 10 days now. 10 days. Now, that's nowhere near what the current average and stuff is. And remember, we started below every other house. Matter of fact, let me see here. Let me look at something. In the comments, it's just everyone's looking for absolute perfection now. Make that house perfect. Come on now. Just trying to look at the other houses in the neighborhood. I'm not going to show it right now because, Okay. So this is the same house. And we have a larger lot. We're 9,000 under it. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we're over this one, but it's being sold by open door. Interesting. But we're a larger floor plan, so which technically makes it cheaper. This one here, smaller. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, but that one by open door is not going to be able to compete unless there's something really wrong with this other house. The same size for 400,000. They want it 427. Let's see here. Okay, 400. Huh, interesting. 465. Someone listed a house for 465,000 when it's smaller than anything else I've seen here. It better have a pool in the back. I mean, inquiring minds have to know. Inquiring minds have to know. No pool. Interesting. Interesting. And they bought the house for, yeah, much less. They may have put in some work. It looks like they've done a little flip on it. Let's see if I can find the last house, or at least last time it was listed. So, interesting. Okay, so they purchased the house this year, a couple of months ago. Let's see. We got a good old flipper here. Yeah, it was a mild little flip. It was a decent flip. Sorry I didn't let you see it. It's just too much personal info here. Okay. I don't have any questions. This may end up being a shorter one than usual. I don't have too much words for you guys this week because I know a lot of people after the holidays are just chilling out right now. As far as interest rates go, they do seem to be getting better, but for some odd reason, everyone still has a job. and people are still buying stuff, which means the Fed's probably going to raise again. I'm sure you're feeling it all kinds of places, especially if you're trying to go buy a car right now. The car market is worse than the housing market right now because the interest rates, of course. And there's no buy down for interest rates for cars. Uh, Food is expensive as heck. I can't believe how much food is these days, but it is. Okay, I'm going to wait around for a minute, for about 4 minutes. I'm going to ramble here. And I just want to see if anybody has any questions. I want to make sure, because we do have some people on board, just see if anybody has questions. As far as that down payment assistance program for 15,000, as far as I know, there are still slots. I'm going to have to ask tomorrow to see how things are going, and also talk to other folks, see what's going on. Yeah, so many of these houses are, I mean, just man, oh man, can't lie. If you have good credit and you can afford it, right now is a good time to buy, purely because you can get that buy down. And if interest rates go down for real, I think a lot of people are going to rush into the market. Now, right now, we're in the period of the year where you don't have as many people purchasing a house. And up until, the COVID market, it was just real easy to always get a good discount this time of year. So we're going to have to see what happens if we can get anything, because I have, houses on the market right now that have had over 50 showings. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And all of it is because everyone's become so picky. If you're a buyer now, you can be picky for the first time in 2.5 years. Because remember, even before the COVID market, we still had a brisk market and a shortage of houses. My entire time in real estate, which has been 9 years now, including the time when I was still on active duty, I have never seen this many houses on the market ever. Now, I must admit, I didn't study the market as closely as I do now, but no, last few years you become a student of it, because if you're trying to find a house for your buyers, you need to be a student of the market. Last couple of years have been just really tough for buyers. And I also feel bad for some of the people who bought their houses in the last year, because every year, that's one we can look at. Probably take just enough time. So right now we're looking at October 2022. Let's look at October 2021. Wow, you're still up. You bought a house a year ago. As hard as it is to believe, you're still up for houses and for, man, I just figured you'd be down. That is a huge difference. I mean, if you could, that's like, hold on here. Let me pull up a calculator. Whoops. Am I doing this right? That'll do it. That's a almost 7% increase. 7% is actually higher than the average increase that you have over time. So you bought a year ago, you're actually pretty straight right now. So the inflection point, let's figure this inflection point. So let's do maybe like a December. No. So this is what's upsetting. I got folks who, so February. Let's look at January. So in theory, let's take a look here. If you bought a house in January, yeah, so you're still down. That's where the problem is. Somebody who purchased January, December time frame, they are down. Okay. Well, I don't have any questions tonight. I've tap danced enough. Let's see here. Peggy Rain, you are the winner of the contest, and I will get with you if you're looking at this at sometime in the future. For the rest of you, I'm going to get with you and make sure that you, man, we got more people on now. Well, now we got a couple of more folks. Does anybody have any questions before I bug out of here? You have any kind of real estate questions going on? Let me know, and I'll see if I can answer them tonight. If not, I'll get you the answer. I should formulate the answer for about 2 minutes. Yeah, used to have more lively crowds before. Like I said, it's the holidays. So we'll see what happens next year. Keep this going up. Got about a minute if you have any questions. Want to make sure that I don't leave here without somebody getting everything they want. Okay, I'm calling King's X. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure tonight. Yep, I know the market is tough. It technically be a lot tougher because anybody who, even though the prices are down, the interest rates are up, and those interest rates are causing you to end up spending several $100s more per month for the same house, even though it's cheaper. Ask for the buy down, because if you ask for that, it's going to bring your rate down to a point where it almost was at the beginning of the year, and you'll be able to get the house for cheaper right now. So that is the thing you're going to be looking for. Any other questions? Just leave them in the comments. I'm trying to be better going after comments. I will see you next week.